Hey y'all, so it's early morning and I just had to do this video. I really don't like to when I'm not, you know. Um, anyway, so I have been watching these three women on organizing their homes, which I love to do. I mean, I feel like it's one of my things I'm good at. Anyway, I have learned so much from them. I just love their personalities. I love the way they talk, and everything that they share is so good. And so I was thinking, like, these things are so good at in our physical space. How can I put those into my everything, my time, my life? It's almost like you have to have these simple rules. So these rules that they have that I listen to help me so much in the house. And I'll tell you their names because they're so good if you need help with this. It's Cass the Clutterbug, Dana K. White, A Slob Comes Clean, and Dawn the Minimal Mom. So, Dawn is a minimalist, and she really teaches you how you don't need like 20 forks. You can live on, if you got 4 people in your house, 4 forks, and you just have to wash them. And it takes up so much less space. Such good. And then Dana K. White, for me, she has the best rules. And then Cass the Clutterbug is just so inspirational. I mean, she just tells it like it is. She'll say, no one has come to save you. I mean, and all 3 of these women, they really had issues at one point in their lives of their physical clutter. You are responsible for your house. And I would apply that to your whole life. You're responsible for your life and the choices you make. God is there. I believe that He's guiding me in every step, even when I make mistakes, even in the hard times. Anyway, so back to the rules. So the first rule is look for trash. So you have to physically take a garbage bag and go look for trash. And I was, when you apply that rule to your life, do we really analyze, what's trash in my life, in my schedule, in my mind? So in your finances, look for trash. Get rid of what you don't want to waste. And you just, one step at a time, that I've learned from these women too, especially from Dana with the rules, is her method makes it easy, because if you only have a certain amount of time, you just do one thing at a time and you don't make piles. Anyway, so number 2 is donations. So whatever you don't need, put it in a box for donations. Put it in a box for donations, and then before you finish, so like get rid of that box. I would say either have a box in your house somewhere that you start piling those, because that's what I'm doing. I can't just take it to donate every day. And then number 3 is, when you're going through a space, if you pick up something, like I'm just looking at my desk, when I get up and go, I'm going to take my coffee cup to the kitchen, because that's where it belongs. If I have something else sitting around that needs to go somewhere else, I take it there now. Just only what fits in your hands. And she talks about this so much that it feels counterintuitive to have to take the time to take it there now. But in so many videos she does, she just proves that it only takes a minute or 2 minutes, and it's worth it, because then you're not making messes and piles that you don't have time to get to later. Like I went through my office again, and I'm just continually having to go through this stuff. I put away all the curtain rods I had in the corner and the curtains that were crammed in my office. I had to get rid of a bunch of stuff in that closet. It's right there. Because I got tired of looking at a pile of stuff in the corner of the room. And then I left a box here that still has to go somewhere else. So I really should have taken it there now. And I should really, it's making those choices that seem a little, this one seems a little difficult, and then I'm gonna figure out where they gotta go. Well, it doesn't take that much time, so just do it, okay? And then really the fourth rule is making the hard decisions. And really what Dana says is that you are limited by that physical space. So if you, let's say I have to take it there now, I have to, when I take it there to where she always says, where would I look for this first? Okay, and I'm talking to you about these because it's like, where in our lives and all those other areas of our lives can we apply these rules? So when you take it to that physical space, if there's not room in that physical space, you either have to find another space for it to go, or you have to get rid of something in that space. Okay, and I'm just thinking about how to apply that to life, those rules. And most of the time, they always talk about starting with the easy stuff because it's just easy. If it's going to take too much time and it's too emotional, just deal with it later. And then I kind of apply that to Dave Ramsey's rules. We followed him years ago, and I really attribute a lot of that to what we've been able to do. You know, he talks about paying off all your debt and starting with the smallest one because it gives you a win. So, you know, when you, like, seriously, I'm just thinking about how to apply these to real life and all the rules that I've listened to these ladies talk about. The majority of the time, it's if you have a lot of clutter. So I think about the clutter in my life and what can I just start with that I have time with today. You know, it's easy, like with our working on our physical space, like, oh my goodness, I have so much to do. How can I do it? And you feel that pressure and it almost shuts yourself down. So what would be an easy thing? I know I need to go over a budget. That's super important. It's like one of the most important things, but it's like one of the things, it's like, oh, that's the hardest. I don't want to do that. So, golly, you know, the biggest thing I've been thinking about lately is, I guess, just having menopause hit me really hard. I'm just really have been having a hard time with it. Oh, I don't want to go on. It's been 8 minutes already, but so just my mental thoughts I've really struggled with and just seem to have like gone way backwards in my strength with that. And so when I think about my mental attitude, I need to just get rid of the trash and just keep focusing on getting rid of the trash. If that's the only thing I can do, is just really focus on getting rid of the trash. Oh, I gotta go let the dog in. You can either have excuses or results. You can do anything for 5 minutes. So just like I think about that, like with exercise, okay, I don't feel like doing it, but man, I can do anything for 5 minutes. Set a timer, do it. So I'm just, like I said, I'm really trying to apply this to real life. Set a timer and do it 5 minutes. Start a budget. Work on my schedule, you know, get rid of stuff that doesn't belong, really. Oh, and then my rule, I've thought about, I'm going to come up with my rule, is when I've tried to teach Daphne when we shop, how easy it is to collect too much stuff. Because I've always been a garage sailor and I've always been a thrifter, but it's easy to collect too much stuff because it's a good deal. So when you go shop, I've just tried to really tell myself over and over again, if you don't love it, if it doesn't fit and make you feel amazing. If it doesn't look the way you absolutely love it, don't get it, because it's going to sit in your closet. And 80% of the things in our closet we don't wear. We only wear 20%. So how does that affect our lives? 80% of the things we do, we shouldn't do and waste our time on. And it's really the 20%. So anyways, I got to go let the dog in. And just, if that's helpful at all, give me a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And I'm going to keep thinking about it and how to apply it. So look for trash, easy stuff to get out in all aspects of life. Donations. If it's easy to get rid of those things, get rid of them. I think my hardest thing, I guess, is just remembering. I journal and I write down all these things that I got to do. So it has to be easy to remember. I got to write that down. It has to be easy to remember. Anyways, love you all. Take care. Have a good day.